Hello, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. I'm so excited to be back. I feel like I haven't done this in a really long time, but I'm glad that I finally made the time for it. If you're new over here and you randomly bumped into this video, welcome to my channel. My name is Sibu and I am a 33-year-old who is originally from South Africa and lives in the UK in Manchester. And on this channel, I share my experience about life in Manchester, what I get up to in the form of vlogs and sit down videos. And I also share some of the experiences that I've had so that if you are transitioning and moving into the city, or if you are new to the city, you can feel at home. And that's the aim of this channel, or at least that's kind of how it's been going. I also share a lot about wellness and what it means to be well as someone in their 30s navigating this journey of life and who happens to live in the city, which can be very, very isolating if you're not careful. A bit about myself: I am a 33-year-old single woman who lives in Manchester, and I moved to the city 3 years ago. I moved to the UK like 6 years ago. It might be more than that at this point, but you can go and watch all my other videos on this channel where I share more about that journey and what got me to this point. On this video, I'm going to be reflecting on the year that was and how 2025 has gone and what I'm looking forward to in 2026. Rounding up the year in a very relaxed video, I'm going to be reflecting on the different pillars of my goals and whether I've achieved them or not. So yeah, let's get into that. I'm going to get a hot drink because I love myself a hot drink, and then we can chat and get into the nitty-gritties. I have my hot drink, so we can carry on talking. I have an English breakfast with soya milk, which is my regular order. I feel like that's what I get majority of the time when I'm ordering a hot drink, or chai tea. That's the other thing. A couple of things have happened in this year, and when I started this year, if you watched any of my videos, I was trying to grow this channel, but also in the form of vlogs, and I was pushing myself to make more vlogs so that I can get more reach. And this channel is very much a passion project for me, because when I initially moved to Manchester, I found that there wasn't a lot of people who were talking about the realities that people face when they move to a new city in the UK, especially people who are not originally from the UK. So yeah, I feel like it's a passion project because all of the things that I've gone through, especially the difficult ones, I never want anyone to feel the pain that I went through. This is my form of giving back, to say, if I've walked this and I know how it works, these are the things that I can share to make it easier for you. I started off the year and I was sharing a lot of vlogs, format style, and vlogs take a lot of time to edit, and I enjoy making vlogs. I love making vlogs. I enjoy telling the story of my life through vlogs. But what I found is that I just didn't have the time. Practically, I didn't have the time to finish the vlogs that I was making. And so I had to kind of pause, and you'll see that my channel has slowed down quite a bit, but I am still trying to keep this community very much alive. So I've gone through different phases, and hopefully you can catch up and watch some of the videos that I've made. Where do we begin? So milestone number one, let's do YouTube first. On YouTube, I think I grew the channel quite a bit. A lot of you joined the channel, and if you joined this year, welcome. If you stayed from last year and previous years, thank you for sticking around and listening to my chats. I appreciate you just sticking around and hearing me talk randomly. So yeah, we reached the 1,000 subscribers milestone, and I think we're on 1.1 thousand subscribers. So that's pretty good. I think if there are 1,000 people who are on this channel and can see this on their feed, it means that it's reaching more people, which I think is really, really great. One thing that hasn't happened, I haven't monetized this channel, and the reason is because I don't produce enough long form content, or let me say, I do produce enough long form content, but not enough people watch. So I still do need to reach that that threshold, and then I'd have monetized it, which would be great, would be really good. Just means that I can afford better equipment to share this journey, pretty much. But yes, and other things that happened during this year. Last month, we had our very first in-person meetup, and I pretty much just shared that like people get very lonely on this journey in the UK and in Manchester specifically. And so I wanted for a couple of us who were available to meet in person, and that was great. Like, that was so much fun to be able to see the people who usually comment on my videos in person. I know a lot of people did say that they couldn't make it because it's the end of the year, and so what I'm planning on doing in next year is make the coffee meetups a bit more regular. So we had a coffee date, and it was in one of the coffee shops in Manchester, and it was really fun. Yeah, so hopefully I get to do a lot more of those, and community is one of my passions, because I honestly just feel like there's not much that we can do without community. Like, it's almost like you can't thrive, you can't fully embrace and make the best of this journey in Manchester without being connected to community. So it's something that I'm incredibly passionate about. The other thing that I'm really proud of is the small group that I lead. So I lead a small group as part of my church, the church that I go to, which is Audacious. And one of the things that I craved so much was connection to people who believe the same thing that I do. And if you're a Christian, you know the importance of walking with other believers in your journey of Christianity and in your relationship with Christ. The Bible pretty much says that we should meet with others frequently. So yeah, that was one of the desires of my heart, starting last year, actually, like before 2025 started. So I started the small group, and it was pretty much based online. And when I moved house, I then moved in with my flatmate, obviously, and she's become such a really great friend of mine. And we have together kind of opened our home to the small group to be able to meet in person. And last month also, we had an in-person worship night, which is something that I really hold dear to my heart, because worship is one of the things that brings me closer to feel more connected with God. And I think that like just having a worship night to embrace the year and celebrate each other and reflect on the year that has been, and thank God for what He's done for all of us, and just seeing the impact that has had on other people, and the work that God is doing through the small group is really incredible. I think it's one of the things that I think have really made me happy this year. So while we're on community, one of the hats that I wear is being a health and wellness coach. And this is something that I actually studied for, and I'm a certified health and wellness coach. So I help women, especially busy women, be able to manage their lifestyle while prioritizing wellness, because I understand from personal experience as an accountant who works a really busy job that sometimes the busyness of life can actually impact your wellness to an extent that you're running your body down. And so I teach women how to implement healthy habits to be able to nourish your body well, to be able to manage your emotions better, to be able to manage all the aspects of wellness. So like if you think about wellness holistically, your physical wellness, going to the gym, your mental wellness, how you process your thoughts, integrating like habits and the things that you do on a daily basis to be able to get the life that you want but still feel grounded. So that's what I teach women what to do. So under the hat of wellness and being a wellness coach, I have two things that are going on. I have Habit Health, which is my project, and it is currently something that I'm implementing and growing to help have a bigger impact on women. And I'll share more about that in a different video. And then I have a separate I have a separate community aspect of that, which I run with a friend of mine who is the co-founder of FitLink. And you might have seen me talk about FitLink a lot, but we basically run events throughout the year which focus on like exercise and fitness and wellness and nutrition and all of those things, everything that falls under that umbrella. That's what we've basically been doing. And so this year we've done quite a lot. Like if I reflect back, when we had our strategy day at the beginning of the year, we were like, oh, we want to do this, we want to do that. And then mid-year, we kind of just burnt out. But considering how busy we both are, I feel like we've done like an incredible job at ensuring that we still deliver. So we've done quite a couple of things throughout the year as FitLink, which I'm incredibly proud of. We've done fitness classes, which were led by my co-partner, Kele, and she does an incredible job at kind of holding like fitness classes and running sessions in that aspect. We've had collaborations with AfroSocial as well as a couple of other groups, including the Black Women's Network. I want to say it's Black Women's Network. Oh, Daisy is gonna kill me. I'll put it somewhere here below, but basically just like a whole bunch of people that we have collaborated with, and it's been such a pleasure just being able to speak to like-minded people who are interested in pushing forward the vision of FitLink. And I think FitLink has the prospects of being able to grow so well throughout the year. And I'm so excited for that in 2026. So in my personal aspect as a nutrition, wellness and health coach, I led quite a couple of sessions through FitLink, which was basically just training people to understand their bodies a bit better. We did cycle syncing class, or a session that was about cycle syncing, the foods to eat and how to nourish your body throughout your cycle as a woman. We also had a Pilates and nutrition session with AfroSocial, which I led, and it was incredibly successful. And we're talking there about gut health and how to better manage your digestive system, which I thought was really fun. And it was so much fun and just really informative. And then we had a couple more other ad hoc sessions throughout the year, including a session around like reflecting on your goals through the year and how to set better nutrition and wellness goals going into the winter period. So I'm really, really excited about those things and the prospects that we have coming up through FitLink as well as Habits Health, and just growing and coaching women and growing the platform to reach more people and have a bigger community within Manchester. Actually, before I end off the community related aspects, I think I must point out that besides all the stuff that's really structured, I think I've really done a great job at growing my relationships. I am usually just like what do they call them? Like a solo rider, a lone bird. I don't know what the term is, but I like doing things alone. I am an introvert. I like quietness, and I tend to just do things by myself. But this year I've really challenged myself to open myself up to people, even with the risk, because I think also I'm very conscious that like when you allow people into your life, you open yourself up to a lot of different things, which can be good or bad. And so a lot of the time I tend to vet the people that I allow into my life. And sometimes that vetting process takes a bit long, and then I end up just like not developing the relationships that I need to. But I think it's really, really helped me to just have a different mindset around relationships this year, to just be like, you can't control the outcome of what happens when you open yourself up to relationship with people, but you can pour into it and try and grow them. And so that's the perspective that I've had this year, and I think it's worked out quite well. Like the relationships that I have, I hold really dear, and I'm so grateful for the people that I have around me. It's constantly a thought process at the back of my mind to be like, this is a bit outside of my comfort zone, but I'm pushing myself to just be like, when someone invites you out, just say yes. Just like say yes, and you don't have to stay for long. You can just be like, yeah, hi, I'm gonna stay a bit, and then go home when you're done. It's okay to just be yourself and to be reserved when it comes to your time and your energy and the way that and how you interact with people. But also it's really important to pour into other people and to prioritize other people as well, and to serve other people with your gifts, with your time. So yeah, I think I've challenged myself to do a lot more of that this year. Okay, before I run out of time, I'm gonna smash through all the other areas of life, and then we're gonna wrap up with the exciting things that are coming up in 2026. Career-wise, I think in my career, I'm kind of in the middle management area, and I've pushed myself again there, very uncomfortable, but my mindset around the work environment is very much skills driven. I'm trying to take on more projects that develop my skills, especially around speaking and just being able to integrate people. I think that's my area of expertise, if I'm being honest. Like, I like integration. Even though I'm an introvert, I like making people feel at home. Like, that's what I love. And yeah, so I'm growing in that aspect technically as well, because I am an accountant, and just being able to manage projects better and learn as I go in the speciality that I'm in. I am in a sector that deals a lot with health and health related projects, and so I'm trying to learn more and more about that, and I think I've done a really good job at showing up even in the most difficult times. Like, there was a vlog that, and I'll try and tag it somewhere here. I don't know how I made it through those couple of months, like those couple of weeks, and actually from those couple of weeks until the end of like summer, it was rough. Like, every day felt like I was fighting for my life. But I thank God so much for giving me courage. The one thing that I'd constantly reiterate in the small group meetings was, when I come to the end of myself, I pray that I'm reminded that God is with me and that He walks with me. And that's literally what happened. Like, I was constantly at the end of my abilities, of my of my intelligence, of my skill set. But like, I literally had no choice but to put it all at the feet of Jesus and just be like, God, as you will, as you will, because I have nothing left in me. And yeah, I'm just grateful to God for the provision of strength during that period of time. And I'm going into another year, and you know what? I'm coming in strong. Like, one thing about me, I'm a fighter, and I will fight till the bitter end. I'll fight to the bitter end for my progression and to be able to develop as a professional. So I'm excited about that. A couple of other things when it comes to wellness and fitness. Follow me on Habits Health, because that's where I share the journey about what's happening in my 30s, because the body is changing and I don't know how this goes. It's a new chapter for me. I'm learning to accept the body that I'm in right now. Like, a lot of my 20s I spent just so focused on weight, and just trying to stay like as small as possible. But in my 30s, I'm actually realizing, like, weight is somewhere in the priority list, but it's not the most important thing. There's other things that are more important, like energy levels. Like, I am a go person. I cannot have low energy. Like, the priority is to have energy. And so the fact that I've figured that out, it means that I can, like, integrate it into the things that I do. So like my meals, what time I sleep, and just better understanding my body, man. Like, I don't want to ever miss the opportunity to embrace the body that I'm in. I'm running out of storage, so I have to wrap this video up. But I was basically emphasizing that it's important to enjoy every stage of your body. So my body in my 30s will be my pride in my 30s. My body in my 40s will be my pride in my 40s. My only job is just to take as best care of it as I possibly can. And yeah, that's what I aim to do. So what other areas are left? Finances. I'm going to do a separate video about this. And I know I keep saying I'm going to do separate videos, but this video is going to be a start of a series that I am going to be doing. I'll introduce it properly in the next video, but I'm planning on talking about different topics around finances as someone who lives in Manchester, how to manage black tax if you know anything about black tax, or if it's a concept that you're interested in finding out about. I think it's going to be quite a useful and impactful one. Relationships in Manchester and how to find your significant other if that's something that you are planning on doing. I'm not going to give you the answer, let me just tell you that up front. But I am going to talk about it and just things that impact a 33-year-old, and maybe it can be useful to someone else. Yeah, I'm planning on talking about a whole bunch of topics that impact people who live in Manchester, or actually in the UK, and just 30-year-olds in general. But yes, that is a roundup of where I'm at in terms of relationships and kind of the future around that. In the sit down video that I had before this, I was kind of very vague around that area, but do watch the next episode, or actually subscribe to this channel if you're not already. Turn on your notification bell and you will be able to see the next couple of videos that I'm planning on making, and there I'll cover the different aspects of relationships and where I'm at around that. But yeah, it's been a really good year, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. And I have been really, really grateful for this community. And it's been a pleasure just popping up here every now and again and saying hi. And I hope to grow this family even more. But I hope that you enjoy the rest of the year. And Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. And have a Happy New Year. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.